What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Sophisticated Podcast. And I'm your host, Sean Stevenson. I'm super excited to finally be here. This is a great opportunity for me to finally commit to this whole media thing. Life is funny. I just want to say that it's just going to be super organic. I'm not going to make this overly edited or anything. I got all the equipment set up. We're going to just let it rock. For the longest time, I always felt like the work that I created always had to be perfect in some sort of sense. But now I'm just starting to realize it's really just about actually creating the work and letting the work speak for itself, and you guys can enjoy it. It's crazy because Facebook memories, man, they will really change your whole outlook of your day, and especially with the old stuff. Like today, I received a Facebook memory from 2015, 7 years ago. 2 years out of high school, and I was making YouTube videos back then, and it just made me reminisce. Like, I've been making YouTube videos, skits. I had a gaming Twitch channel where I used to play Pokemon, just so many different things. And I've been doing this since middle school. Like, actually, I remember back in ninth grade when I had a thing called The Sean Show, which was basically my spinoff of iCarly. And to just see where I've gone in terms of just the different avenues that I've tried when it came to creating skits or doing voiceovers, just, being funny, things like that, and just really being myself, and something I've always enjoyed. To the point that even where I went to school, I literally went to school for video production and learning how to be, behind the camera, in front of the camera, all that good stuff, and really just allowing my personality to shine. I like to talk. So you'll definitely get an opportunity to hear me do a lot of that talking. I'll do a lot of it. And just to give you guys a little bit of background, speaking of school, some of these are my degrees behind me in the video shot. For you guys listening to the audio podcast, obviously you can't see it unless you go to my YouTube, which is Sophisticated Podcast. Go ahead and check that link out. It's going to be crazy. But I do have my degrees back here. I went to Moreno Valley Community College in Southern California. And then I also got my bachelor's at San Francisco State for broadcast electronic communication arts. Currently, I am the social media coordinator for the Cleveland Browns. So definitely has been an interesting journey in terms of what I've done. I have written for the Cleveland Browns with Sports Illustrated. I've covered events with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes here in the Cleveland District chapter. I've done internships with Enterprise. I've done a bunch of different stuff. I would say probably one of the biggest things that I've done was I studied abroad in Denmark for half a year for my last semester of college, and that was an amazing experience. That's definitely something I could talk about. You guys can just let me know in the comment section what you would like for me to discuss. I've done a lot of different things. And just to give you some background, this first episode is going to be pretty short, pretty straight to the point. I don't have a script for this. So like I said, it's just going to be raw, organic. Anything that happens, it's going to happen. But when it comes down to it, there's a lot of things that I'm passionate about. One being sports, football. I played football through high school. Now, some of you are going to say, well, in order to say that you played football, you actually needed to be on the field. I was a dog. I was special teams captain out here. I wasn't just on the team. I played special teams, all kinds of special teams, kickoff, punt, kick return, punt return. And when somebody didn't know what they was doing on field goal block or field goal return, your boy was out there, knocking bodies and stuff. So, but it's been a minute, I'm super skinny. But even with that journey, just things when it comes to, personal health, nutrition, working out, things like that, just becoming the best version of me that I can possible is really just the biggest thing. So, we're talking about all kinds of stuff. I'm really into finance, whether it be personal finance, investments, cryptocurrency, the stock market, understanding real estate, a lot of those different things. We can get personal when it comes to personal life in terms of things that necessarily I would like to improve, or, mentally things that you struggle with, relationship stuff. And then also to just giving you guys more background, one of the things that has really leveraged me in this space is the fact that my dad is a stand-up comedian and pastor. So that's a really big balance of, you get motivational speaking, things that I want to do as well, give you guys motivational inspiration. Some of the people that I listen to on a daily basis, like Eric Thomas, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, I listen to him. Steve Harvey on YouTube has some great stuff. I follow motivational content on Instagram. Gary V, another great one. Earn Your Leisure is one of the great podcasts and business shows that I like to watch for financial advice. So at the end of the day, it's really all just about being me and allowing you guys to enjoy that. So if there's anything that you guys would like to see, and I know most of the time that I've been looking at this side screen and not directly at you guys into the camera. See, again, just want to be raw and organic so you guys understand where I'm coming from. This is really just going to be a great show. Going to have guests on here. Of course, going to have my dad. Going to have a couple of my friends, homies on here, talk sports, just talk life, music, culture. One thing that I really enjoyed is that I managed one of my best friends when I lived in California for a few years. We had a performance for the Urban A&R of Atlantic Records at the time. So different things like that, cooking, food. I'll put videos on TikTok, all that good stuff. But again, this first episode is really just about to show you guys me, who I am. So, any thoughts that you guys have, please leave them in the comment section below. This is going to be a weekly thing. You guys can always see the full podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, as they always say, like on those iHeartRadio commercials. And then, of course, you can see the video version on YouTube as well, Sophisticated Podcast. But the link is going to be youtube.com/SHWN Stevenson, which is basically my name, Sean Stevenson, without the A and Sean. That's what I always tell people when they be asking me for my email. Like, that's what it is. But, don't be out here hacking my information, man. I'm just trying to keep it smooth. You feel me? But I just want to thank y'all again for coming out for this first episode. Again, just short. But I guess to give you guys more background about myself, I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. Went to school out in Mayfield. And after school, I just decided that I wanted to do something different. So 11th grade year of high school, junior year of high school, just to make it easy for myself, I went up to California for the first time. It was a great experience. My first time being on the airplane. And when I went out there, we went to La Jolla in San Diego, and I just fell in love with it. Beautiful weather right there on the beach. One of the coolest things that I've ever seen is my first time ever seeing a seal in person, like not at the zoo. And they were literally just on the beach, right there in the sand. So that was a really cool experience, and that really opened my mind up to, the different things that's out there. And I am a person that likes to migrate, see different things and try to experience as much as I can. And you guys might be able to hear in the background, maybe not, just the microphone, but my wonderful girlfriend, Marissa, is walking into the house. She's coming to the kitchen right now. So she's going to try to be quiet, but, just knowing her, she always loud and extra in the first place. I mean, you just heard her close the door right now. But like I said, we're going to keep this raw, keep this organic. My neighbor is like literally one of the loudest people that I've ever met in my life. Shout out to my nigga Franklin, the dog. But like I said, we're going to just keep this raw, organic. But I went to school out in California, Southern California, Moreno Valley College. I got 4 associate degrees from there. And then I got my bachelor's at San Francisco State, like I already stated earlier in the show. That's where I met my wonderful girlfriend in San Francisco. And if you've been to San Francisco, like, it's a wild place. Like, I can tell y'all stories. And I think that's something that, might work out. Just let me know. A couple things about myself. I love to play video games, Xbox all the way, PlayStation. I mean, it's cool, but it ain't no Xbox. You feel me? TV shows, I'm pretty basic. Just give me Snowfall and give me Atlanta and I'm good. I love me movies, things like that. So, again, I just want to thank you guys for listening to the very first installment. Like I said, this is raw, organic. There's no script. This is just me going straight off the hook, off the rim. And quick shout out to Abbott Elementary on Hulu. And I think it's also on FX or NBC, something like that. But Quinta Bronson, she used to be on BuzzFeed back in the day. I know her and Eugene dated for a little bit, but that's besides the point. But shout out to Quinta Bronson. And then I think his name is Tyler Johnson Williams or something like that. But shout out to my dude from Everybody Hates Chris. He's on this show. So the first episode, like 15 minutes in, and it's hilarious. It's basically the black version of Office at elementary school. So I would definitely say check it out. Let me know what you guys think about Abbott Elementary. Again, this is my first episode. I'm going through my rewatch for Snowfall. That comes back February 24th. So I am excited for that. But just to wrap this all up, make sure you guys follow me on social media. My Instagram is SHWN Stevenson. Just like that YouTube link, make sure you check that out. Also, my Twitter, SHA SHWN Stevenson. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Again, make sure you get to YouTube. If you on Facebook, you can like the Facebook page too. So Sophisticated Podcast, we doing this every week, multiple times a week. Make sure you guys stay hit, stay lit, stay safe during this pandemic because it is still going on. So make sure you wear your mask, all that good stuff. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Be easy. Peace.